And I know what you're thinking right now. You're like, Stuart, this is the weirdest video I've ever seen you do. You're not in your studio. This is not a live stream. What is going on? What on earth are you doing behind the camera? Let me explain. This is my live, not live video that we normally do, because every week, like this is episode number 37, we get together every Monday morning. It's the best part of my working week. I hang out with you guys. We do a live stream. If this is the first time you're seeing this, this is because this is the first time I've had to pre-record it, because tomorrow is my daughter's birthday. We're going to do something special with the family. We're going to have a bit of fun, but I didn't want to let you guys down. So those amazing people who tune in every week, we've got some really cool stuff that I want to touch on. I wanted to put this little video together to explain why tomorrow you're not going to be seeing me live, but you will still be able to watch this video. I know that all the amazing patrons, the people who tune in, the family members, the YouTube members, everyone is going to be here, and I want to say thanks. So I couldn't let this sort of week slip by. This is number 37 of our Happy Flying episode, where we get together, we talk about a few things each week. We often touch on mental health. We talk about the latest FPV news. We check out and help some other people get their drones up and get flying around, and generally just have a good time. Now, this does feel kind of bizarre, not reacting to your chat. Like I can see Johnny DRC in the chat saying, yes, this sounds good, your audio is working, all that sort of stuff. There's a couple of things that I want to talk about today that I would have been talking about live anyway. So we're going to be talking about a little bit about SpeedyB. If you've ever wanted SpeedyB products, I've got some bad news. Actually, we're going to be talking about some tariff stuff as well, which is kind of crazy. A little bit of an update there, and also like a new video system entering the market. I have the Edge T3 drive video system that I want to show you a little bit about as well. So that's kind of exciting. I got an email earlier about that. We should be expecting that on the channel. And of course, we always start the week off by saying that if you are struggling with mental health, I don't want you to feel alone or like you have to suffer in silence. Please reach out. It's not weak to speak. I've suffered from it in the past, and that is a major focus of like, that's why these episodes, that's why my live streams every week are called Happy Flying. It's about promoting positive mental health, and drones are just an amazing part of that. So we've got an amazing community. DIY FPV is there. The Discord's there. If that is you, please don't suffer in silence. Like I say every week, if you broke your leg, you go to the doctor. So if you've broken your brain, please go and speak to somebody or see a doctor as well. But moving along, drone news. The first thing I would like to talk about is this right here. So jumping over, this is our SpeedyB. This is the SpeedyB Master X. We looked at this last week, and I was like, this is kind of cool, actually, the way that this is doing some things. It's like a modular system where you can slide this front cage on and off. Let's see if we can get a better picture of the front. They've got the is that the 04 in there? But yeah, I thought this is a pretty neat looking quad. Of course, this is the one without, it says there, without any head. So no cage or adapter on there. You're going to need to bring your own VTX. How much is it if we're going to get a 04 Pro ELRS version? Yeah, so it's about $450 if we are going to do that. And I think the 03, they don't even have the 03 version on here anymore. Anyway, I was like, this is a cool quad. I really like the look of it. I think it's doing some things that are pretty interesting. I like the way that this is mounted. I think that it gives you a good option to be able to replace the modular system on the front. I would like it to cater for some other camera systems as well. I think that would be pretty cool. However, I got some bad news for you. If you are somebody who likes to order from SpeedyB, or at least the SpeedyB website, I wrote them an email asking about this quad. I've done a whole bunch of work with them in the past, and they said, Stu, unfortunately, at this time, due to some current policies, they are not shipping any drones outside of China. So everything is internal. And I was like, are you sure not just shipping to the US? They're like, no, just shipping internally, only to China. So SpeedyB at the moment, bad luck. There might be some other like companies that are taking SpeedyB products and then shipping them out for them, but direct from SpeedyB, this is sort of where I'm starting to see a big impact, not just in the US, but worldwide when it comes to some certain trade policies really affecting our hobby. So that's a bit of a bummer. SpeedyB has been around for a long time. They made some really, really cool stuff. And I was genuinely very excited. I think this quad looks really awesome. I couldn't wait to get my hands on it, fly it around, sort of see how the modular system works. But this might be a little while off anyway. So I'm not too sure what's going on. I don't know when they're going to be able to change their policy. It's just a bit of a sad time. Now that should probably bring us on to this. So this is the next thing that I want to touch on. This is our tariffs. So A lot of people, you would have seen, you know, unless you're living under a rock, the news, we love to talk about the tariffs that are coming in and everything like that. And now I'm slightly isolated from a lot of the FPV community here in Australia. Look, it still does affect us. It still affects our economy, but it looks like at the moment, and I don't want to get too political, right? Like I am purely talking about from like an economic, how it affects our hobby side of things. With Trump implementing some Chinese tariffs, it was already expensive enough, and it looks like it's set to go through the roof. So I think it was like 124% or 125% or something like that. So if you are buying a pair of like DJI goggles, guess what? And now they're going to be like, instead of 490, they're going to be like over $1,000 to get that, which is really, really damaging to our hobby. I don't. It's definitely. I'm really trying not to get political here, but it doesn't seem like a very sensible idea. And I know that a lot of side will say, hey, it's going to bring manufacturing back and all that sort of stuff. But for some reason, they're like, hey, you can let smartphones in and stuff now. So it seems like there's a bit of flip-flopping on exactly what is allowed, what is tariffed, what isn't tariffed. But I think drone products are probably going to be something that is not taken lightly because I guess like security reasons and things like that. So I don't think our hobby is going to be seeing any favors from that. This popped up actually. There was like some sort of exclusion that happened. So let's see if I can get this on the screen. Somebody who is smarter than me, can you please have a look at this? Because there's a couple of things in here. These are a whole bunch of like exclusions that are allowed that aren't affected by that 134% and stuff. So there's a bit of like microprocessors, memory chips. I don't know. There seems to be a whole lot of things in here that are excluded from the tariff for some reason. For me, it sounds like if you want to do your own manufacturing, this seems sort of be like the stuff that you'd want your people to do. But obviously, you know, what are the world's economists knows versus whatever these people are coming up with. But yeah, maybe there might be some way that this tariff data let some things in and we can not have $1,000 drone goggles and that sort of stuff. And it's going to affect every single component too, because there is very, very little that is made outside of China or doesn't use Chinese components in some way or another. Now, I know TBS, I think they might have like some sort of factory or something like that. They might be doing some stuff. That was set up, I believe. That's been a long time coming. That hasn't been a recent thing. So maybe there might be some TBS stuff down the pipeline. I'm not too sure about that. But yeah, just a bit of a sad time for us hobbyists who have been flying around for a long time. And this is why it's probably important to vote. I guess in Australia, it's compulsory to vote. You get a fine if you don't go and vote. But yeah, kind of pretty crappy time to be in FPV when you're going to be paying over double for some of your FPV products. It's going to make those budget things seem a lot more attractive. And if you're paying like that really high end gear, it's just going to be completely unobtainable for a lot of pilots out there. A lot of new people or a lot of school kids who want to get flying. It's not great for getting people into the hobby, which is what we're all about. Now, moving on, because this is a pre-recorded, unlive, I don't know, like meant to be a live, but this is a video for you guys. I would like to show you this. So I got an email the other day, and it was about, it says, the first look at the Edge Smart Drive T3 35 kilometer HD video system. Now, let me get this on the screen. I've got this site muted because it's like some weird, I think it's Chinese, when they said, hey, here's a bit of a look at some of the first things on there. Let me just jump over on my OBS, which is this. Now, I have no idea what this site is. This is the link that that it took me to. It looks like we've got some pretty interesting whatever's up here in the top right-hand corner. But let's have a look at this. So let's press play. Okay, so we just saw the walk snail, the DJI right there. Got a couple of toy models, some drones, little cars, that sort of stuff, chasing a dog around. Yeah, I don't know what that says, but I had a bit of a brief look through this video, and it looks kind of cool. Now, is this going to be open IPC? How can I make this full screen? I don't even know what any of these are. Is this full screen? There we go. Now, inside here, so that looks like the receiver unit, I believe. What's going on here? Just play the video. So this is exciting times. Now, is this a completely new technology? Do we have a new video player that is coming in the market? If so, that's awesome. That's amazing. I can't wait for some more technology and more players in here. More options gives us greater choice in the market. You know, maybe we don't have to go open IPC, walk, snail, DJI, HD0. If we have another company who's making some cool stuff, this is going to be a good solution. Now, if we pause right here, for me, this looks awfully similar to like some DJI or walk snail stuff right here. So I'm not too sure what the bones or the actual meat and potatoes, the protocol of this is. Bit of a look at the air unit. Huge chunky camera, I must say. I don't know enough to say, like I could say, oh, it looks a little bit like a DJI camera right there. That's reminding me of a walk snail air unit. I don't know what he's tapping them together for. Let's continue. Okay, we've got some boring measurements. I've got some monkey on the side here. Pretty massive receiver unit, and I'm hoping I don't get some copyright strikes from whatever this is. But yeah, so here we go. And you can see a tiny bit of a latency test right there. It doesn't look too bad. This person's obviously a bit of a drone. I do appreciate his drone wall, if that's what he's showing right there. And I believe, look at that. Hang on. Speak of the devil, we have right here, this is one of those SpeedyBees that I was just talking about. So yeah, that's cool. That's the drone right there that I was talking about in that previous segment. But a new video system, what is it? The Edge Smart Drive T3. So stay tuned. That is hopefully going to be on the channel. I think I've sent off my shipping info and stuff like that. So it'll be cool to put that in a system, see just how well it goes. And I'm all for it. I mean, the more choice that we have as consumers, this is offering something that maybe DJI doesn't offer. That's great. That's going to force DJI to innovate and give us a better product next time, or else the market and the consumers are going to shift over to something else. And that's one of the big reasons why we have such a good DJI 04 and those little, like the 04 Lite units, is because the Walksnail came out, excuse me, and they made an incredible little really light unit for those 2S like Lightning Draconite crafts. That was incredible. And just because we had that, DJI had to innovate and release that. If we didn't have any Walksnail systems, there is no way that DJI would be as good as it is today. So anyway, that is probably my little short video. I know we are here week in, week out. I just didn't want to let you guys down. I'm not going to be here because of my daughter's birthday when we are meant to be live. But I wanted to make this special video for you because you guys have been like really have had such a positive impact on me and this channel since we started doing this live streams. If you're one of the people who tunes in every week, I want to say thank you so much. And if this goes out to the one person that makes a difference, I want you to know that you are valued, you are cared about. And yeah, I am talking to you. If you're rolling your eyes and thinking he's not really talking to me, he's just talking out to the, no, I'm talking to you right now. You listening to this, you're thinking, is he? Yeah, I'm talking to you. You are valued. You are cared about. Thank you for being part of this community. FPV is better with you in it. And I want to say that you're special. So thank you for being here. Be kind to others, and most of all, be kind to yourself. All right, I'm going to stop this video. For all those who see this, and of course, my other videos are coming out this week. Got some really, really cool stuff. And if you are new here, every single week we do our live streams the same time, week in, week out. Come join them. They're a lot of fun. And I'll see you on the next one.
Lay them in your lap. Creep them, creep them, creep them, creep them right up to your chin. Open wide your little mouth, but do not let them in.